Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Combolands. It's like a settlement management roguelite, and one that I really enjoyed the demo for, and now it's out on Steam, so I figured I'd give it a shot. So welcome to Combolands. Select a building, place a building. So it looks like, it looks like they've just tossed me into a run and I'll unlock options later. So, we have, let's see, extra weeks are used if you fail to reach a milestone. If you run out of extra weeks, you're defeated. Okay, next milestone is 500 people, and we have 8 weeks remaining, and then I've got 3 extra weeks. So Herbalist, whenever created, gets plus 30 for each urban range. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, just 30 score. So it triggers whenever a berry bush is within range. Plus 20 for every berry bush in range, and transforms each into an empty bush. So I can put it here, get 150. Or no, 120. Or I can put this here, and okay, 120, 120, and 100. So a couple of good spots. I guess I'm just going to put this here. So every 4 turns, the empty bush will regrow. And then this will trigger again and rinse repeat. So triggers every 5 weeks. Plus 10 for every flower, for each flower in range. Triggers for each forest in range. And triggers when created. So this is a one-time thing. There are certain bonuses that can make it work, but eh. Let's see. So the hunting lodge can get me, what, 60, 70 every 3 weeks. This is a huge range. This is 80, but every 3 weeks. We do have a treasure chest, but I don't think I can remove it at the moment. So we probably do hunting lodge. Let's just figure out if there's any places with better. So that's a 70. That's pretty good. All right, I'll put it up here. It's out of the way too. Anything on a tile is considered a building, even things like forests or flowers. Okay. So another hunting lodge, another herbalist, another apiary. I think we probably keep doing the hunting lodges. Okay. Picker's hut. So another berry bush combo. So 120 here? Sure. Okay. And then I can do one more. Because, yeah, it's every 4 weeks, this would get me 100. So that's what? 25 per week? This would be the equivalent of what? 16 per week? Like, there's some good options here. I think the hunting lodges have actually been quite good. But I think at this point, yeah, it's also about 20 per week. So let's get another picker's hut. Because the sooner I get all of those kind of maximized, the better. And it's also an early big boost. Alright, new milestone released, isolated dwelling. So I get a milestone, and milestone completed, and also a couple weeks early, which gets me extra cash, which I can spend here. Well, I could if I had the money. So I guess we're going to skip and get some rerolls. Okay, so herbalist, well, passively, crop adjacent to well grows faster, taking 1 week instead of the usual duration. So bushes are crops. So if I put this here, it'll boost all of these berry bushes. Let's see. So which one of these? I think every single one of these is going to give me about 4. Yeah? Yeah, so I'm just going to put a well there. So that means that these will now proc once a week, which is extremely good. Farmyard. Triggers when created, plus 30 for each adjacent empty ground. Create manure on empty adjacent ground. It's like a little gnat that's flying nearby, which is annoying. Campfire passively provides 1 malt to adjacent buildings, but in 5 weeks will transform into ash. There's a way that I can potentially... Okay, ash does nothing. When triggered, transforms into a campfire. So the campfire is pretty good. But I think I might be better off going with another well. Yeah, other well in range. So we'll just put it there. That way these two will trigger once a week instead for a decent amount of resources. Fruit orchard transforms in 3 weeks and then triggers 70. Passively has +1 malt if adjacent to an apiary. So it would be nice to potentially get one of those. Triggers every 3 weeks, creates a forest on a random tile in range. Or another picker's hut. So this is a question. I like the idea of the fruit orchard. the forester is interesting because I can effectively stick it in near one of these like hunting or these hunting huts to get a bunch of extra trees. Which would then trigger more of that. Now the question is, do I want to have the two next to each other? Maybe? Because I'm technically squandering it. So if I put it here, it'll probably be better. It would give me a lot of forest that I might not actually want. So I think I'm going to put a fruit orchard right here. And we'll just try and get an apiary sooner than later. Well, there's the apiary. Put it there. Okay. The building's highlighted in blue. Building you're placing interacts with it, so now it has extra molts. Well, this is pleasant. Alright, we are now a tiny hamlet. And 4 weeks early. Okay, still cannot repair the shop though, so I guess we're just going to keep skipping. I think we're going to have to do another run of this to actually really capitalize on everything, but that's okay. So wheat field transforms in 3 weeks. When triggers, gets 1 die and 1 hammer. So I can remove. So that's kind of nice. So I'm actually going to be silly. We're going to put it there. This way it benefits from the wheat field. Okay, woodcutter. Every 3 weeks, remove a forest plus 80. There's some options there. But I think I can get another wheat field. Okay, scaffolding. Any building created on the scaffolding gains extra molt, can be built over. Farmyard. So I like the idea of the scaffolding. The only immediate problem is, where the heck do I put it? Because I can't put it retroactively under anything. I'm going to put it there. Because if we can get another fruit orchard, that'd be lovely. Sunflower field. Grows transforms in 3 weeks, then triggers every 3 weeks, plus 30 for each crop in range. Counts as flowers. It is also a crop. I mean, I guess I could put it here. That's not terrible. Yeah, it triggers every week. Yeah, that's nuts. Okay, another campfire, another forester, another woodcutter. How do I reroll? Here? There we go. Gardener's cottage. Every 5 weeks, create a copy of an adjacent nature on a random tile in range. So Gardener's Cottage could be kind of interesting. Would let me get a hell of a lot of... Ooh. I could actually put it next to the apiary and get additional ones. I mean, I don't hate this. I'll put it there. Yeah, so every 5 weeks, that's going to potentially grow me another flower or give me another apiary, which gets around the usual apiary placement issues. We're now a quaint village. Unfortunately, I still don't have enough money to repair the shop, so we're kind of stuck here. But, what can we do? Okay, your run will save at the start of every milestone. Easy enough. Watchtower. Triggers for each nature in range. When removed, create a forest. So, like, I could boost that for a boatload. Get another scaffolding. This would be a really easy 240. And we do have a remove. I like the idea of another scaffolding, too. I think I might actually put it here. Because if we get another sunflower field, they're kind of rare. I can put it in the center of this and get huge bonus. Let's see. So we have wheat field, wall. Any tile inside an enclosed area of wall gains +3 malts. So I get 6 of these. The question is, what does enclosed mean exactly? I think here, unfortunately, it's not going to work too hot for me. Scarecrow. +30 for every farm in range. I mean, that's convenient. That's not terrible. And yeah, that's got a nice ×2 to it. Okay, another fruit orchard or herb garden. So, triggers when created. Oh, +1 reroll and trigger all adjacent healing, excluding other herb gardens. It's not that helpful. But I can put it right here. So that'll boost the scarecrow further. Okay. The well. Fruit orchard. Well, I don't think I have much. And these have to be adjacent apiaries. I mean, I could build it. I think we can just reroll and see if I get something better. Triggers whenever nature is created adjacent. Get another scaffolding? Maybe? I don't necessarily know if this is a good spot for it. But another sunflower field on top of that would be huge. Music for this is a really nice vibe. And yeah, we're staying pretty consistently early. Small heirloom chest. So these are, I think, passive relics. Whenever a building is created from a blueprint, triggered immediately. And whenever a neutral building is created, +1 to this heirloom sell value, or +50 whenever a thing is removed. I think I'm going to go for the drafting ruler because the rest are not that helpful. Frankly, none of these are particularly good. So other apiary in range does count as flowers. So I can get an apiary there. Other scarecrow is in range. Yeah, do I want to just get another scarecrow? I'll put it there. It technically covers some herbs, but I'm really not going for herb spec at all. Okay, we have a woodcutter. You know, honestly, I don't have a hunting lodge here. I'm going to actually just use it to get rid of the trees in this area. And then we can remove it. Okay. Do we have anywhere else where that remains true? Really? Okay, so I could get another wheat field. Oh, so these only trigger once. That's unfortunate for me. Yeah. Don't know. I mean, I guess I can do that. Triggers when removed gets me a gold. I think I'll leave it there for the time being. I'll have to figure out what I can do with this. They are husbandry, so I can do things with that. Alright, we can finally open up the town, or the store. Which hopefully carries over between runs. Okay. So we can go in here. So we can get a coin bag. Extra coin per week early for every milestone. It's not bad. When sold, gain masonry, timber framing, and winch. Blueprint satchels. 1 of 4 blueprints, 1 of 3 heirlooms. Well, I'm going to go for the coin bag for now. The blueprints would be nice, but the coin bag actually should work out for me. Triggers when another building in range gains reroll. Plus 20 for every frontier in range. So I've not been building much for frontier, so that's not amazingly good. I'll have to see if I can get a ranch, because that would be lovely. This is actually one of the better Balatro lights I've seen in recent memory. Trigger, okay, ranch. Every 4 weeks, trigger for every animal husbandry in range. Does not include the manure. Oh, that's fine. Would have been good to get a scaffolding under that, but again, I'm not really expecting much out of this one. Buildings adjacent to Town Bell have +1 range. So good for Scarecrow, amazing for the well. Yeah, because it's not going to help the Picker's Hut that much. I mean, realistically, it only helps the well out so much. Yeah, it wouldn't actually help the Scarecrow. We do actually have 2 apiaries now. One problem is the fruit orchards are kind of one-off. Because that doesn't help that much. That doesn't help that much. Yeah, I like the idea of the town bell. Just don't know where to put it. I guess I'll put it there for the time being. Oh. So the range does not affect... Never mind, range does not affect well. It's only adjacent. I guess I will get that down. Because the shaman is rare and good. We just don't do a whole lot of frontier. Yeah, other ranch in range. We can just re-roll. Question, does that give that even more range? Yeah, so you can stack the bells. Well, that's interesting, at least. Okay, so that gets us a forester. Okay, not quite. Triggers once for each urban range. I'll get it, it's a frontier. So I need gains reroll. It's a little harder. We are now a small city. Certainly doesn't feel like it. Okay, so I have a lot more money than I did. So when a building is created, triggers on create effects twice. Next 5 frontier buildings have no range placement restrictions. Okay, so we can do a watchtower. Triggers when created, +10 for each nature and range. Lamppost. Reduces the cooldown of adjacent buildings by 1. And then a sunflower field. So that triggers it immediately, which is kind of nice. Okay, let's just get that one. So we have another hunting lodge. Put here. Can I even use this? Here. That's pretty good. If it gets the extra malt, we'll have to get another well to put near it. But that's fine. So this would get rid of one of the... That's an option. I could get a ranch down. Can't get another apiary. This area is kind of riddled with it. If I get this scaffolding here and another ranch, that wouldn't be a bad move. But I think I'm going to put a scaffolding here. Because it would benefit from both of the bells. And whatever that does for me should be good, hopefully. We may also just lose at this point. Probably reroll. See if I can get something better. I did not. At least the sunflower field is going to be triggering every week now. Okay, so we could get another gardener's cottage. But let me cover this entire area in flowers. I don't think we need more than one. Yeah, so I'll get another gardener's cottage. I'll just spread flowers. We can extend over there later. Let's see. I could get another town bell. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to get a town bell here. So that gives it a little bit more reach. Gives that one a lot more places that it can spread to. Okay, lamppost. Reduces the cooldown of adjacent buildings by 1. Well, that's already 1. These two both have multipliers on them, so it's really tempting to go for that. Yeah. Because I kind of need them to trigger often, otherwise we are going to lose. We don't have that much time. Wheat field. So I'll be able to trigger that one. Should be good. I don't really mind if we do lose. Because I want to start over and be able to get access to the shop immediately. Okay, so plow. Next. Okay, woodcutter and forester affect an additional target. That's pretty good. 1 of 3 masterwork blueprints. Or plow. I think I'm going to go for the masterwork and hope we get something amazing. Passively, buildings adjacent to plaza ignore range placement restrictions. Way station. Every 5 weeks, trigger random adjacent building. Counts as railway. Every time neutral is created, or whenever tile directly below a post office triggers, trigger the tile directly above post office. Okay. And then I can't afford more. So we need something that triggers often. Do we have any really busted things that I could set up here? I have 2. This is going to cost me a blueberry bush. It's going to cost me a little bit of points. This is going to sound insane, but I'm going to use the sunflower field to trigger the wheat field, which triggers the shaman every single turn. Should work. I'll just put that there. Might as well benefit from the apiary, scarecrow, and sunflower field, at the very least. Okay, we get another lamppost. I mean, if I put it here, those will scale faster. Yeah, every week creates a new forest and then deletes a new forest. This kind of hurt the hunting lodge. But oh well. Triggers when created, remove all adjacent non-infrastructure. I could put this here, getting a little bit of extra range. For some additional trees. I think we just re-roll. Plateau. Okay, that's kind of nice. It gives me more places to potentially build things. Yeah, so it is triggering the shaman every turn. Sunflower field. Don't need the herbs deeply. I have a pre-existing one, so that's 150 right there. Sure. Okay, more plateau. We do have a campfire. Yeah, bonus only to adjacent buildings, though. I think I'll put it there. Gives me 5 weeks of additional molt to the sunflower field and the shaman. You can get rail lines, though we don't have access to them, that increase, that boost things even further. Want to do apiary? That's probably not going to help too much. I think that it benefits from additional range right now. Not overwhelmingly. I don't have any other pickers huts that I can work with. Could get an apiary over here for like, that's 90. That's not bad. Yeah, I'll just get it. It's not huge, but it's not terrible. You can get a railway that makes anything adjacent to the railway adjacent to every other thing adjacent to the railway, which gets really nutty. Okay, I think we're going to make it, but it's going to be close. Oh. If I put that there, that should trigger the stone lantern frequently. I might actually make it so the shaman triggers twice per cycle. Okay, we got it. We are running out of time. That was like 2 weeks early. We got some stuff. Reduces the max cooldown of a building by 1. Every time you earn money from a building or heirloom, chance to gain a reroll. So max cooldown of a building is interesting. Try this. See what kind of upgrades we get. Building extra range. Next 10 weeks, whenever target building gains whenever targeted, plus 100. Whenever triggered, gain a reroll. Grab that. Rerolling is kind of pointless. I guess I'll grab the small heirloom chest in case we find something amazing. Extra pack in the shop. Building is created on sand. Give it extra malt. Last week of a milestone. Can I actually... Oh, I can't reroll these. I mean, I'll grab the sundial. I'll grab the timber framing. Okay. And then we're going to paint something. Yeah, so whenever triggered gets me a extra reroll. Can I just put this here? I could, I just don't know if it's worth it. Well, I got 7 rerolls. We can do more than this. Okay, second forester. Because, yeah, the more frontier things I can get. Because we're double proccing the shaman every turn. Which is kind of what I was looking for. Watchtower. I mean, that's an insane pull, though. It only gets me... It only triggers once. Sure. I wonder if I break it if I get the scaffolding back. Okay. So, triggers all healing. That's another frontier. Probably do better than this, though. I actually don't know if I can. Got a lot of rerolls, though. well, 150. 90. Sure. Not amazing, but I should get more stuff just kind of spread around. Okay, and I think this is the last cycle. I like how it says capital city and it's like just farms. I'll put it there. Cost me a flower, but that's fine. We don't need them that deeply. We just want to be able to trigger the shaman as many times as we possibly can. Okay, other watchtowers in range. Ah. I mean, I'll do it. It's like a one-time point thing, but it's still a lot of points. Alright, I think we win. We are a metropolis of farms. Alright, we've succeeded. Isolated dwelling, tiny hamlet. Yeah, so it just shows me all the different things. Would you believe that was just the tutorial? I don't think you're supposed to win that one. Maybe? Anyway, the shop's been repaired, is now always available. Ranks have been unlocked, allowing you to opt to higher difficulties. Yeah, we also rank these up, so it unlocks new things. We have prayer flags, heirloom, forest counts as frontier. Other adjacent buildings are considered husbandry. And agricultural gives me sunflower field and apiary have no range placement restrictions. Ooh. Harvest all crops in range, transforming them back to empty fields. Yeah, both of those are extremely good. And then neutral gets me more unlocks, so potions. Choose whether or not to complete a milestone as soon as you hit the target. And buildings may be placed on other buildings of the same type. When doing so, instead of replacing them, increase malt, which is really good. Yeah, so I've got a lot of stuff to unlock. So we can now play as Marshal. Marshal Guild revolves around removing things. Yeah, what I really want is the Maritime one. Because that has, like, big gold gain. Anyway, I want to take a look. Doesn't look like we have anything else. Let's do another run. So select guilds. I like agricultural as a good background. Yeah, interacts with reroll. I think I'm going to try these two. Quartermasters, no victories. So villager, less money for finishing things. All right. Then we can see the guild contents. We can see all the different structures. Well, I guess that's a good thing to check. Triggers when adjacent building is removed. Get extra gold. Triggers every 3 weeks. Get a remove. Let's see. Extra money for every sand in range. Trigger all training in range. Adjacent buildings gain extra malt. Oh, but only when removed. My main thing is if I can do the wheat field cheese again, we can do some fun stuff. Because, yeah, when a building in range is removed, trigger random building. So this does actually work with a forester. Because, yeah, that would let me remove things. I don't know. Because this is a lot of money, and I can potentially use the fruit orchard. Fruit orchard and granary together would be insane. I think I'm going to go with this one. We'll see what happens. Oh. Jeebus. I didn't look at this map. This map is something. Okay, every 3 weeks plus 20 for every rock in range. I mean, that's not bad. Every sand in range. And a picker's hut. Oh, it's 120. So the one thing I will say in favor of the Picker's Hut. No, I think I should go for the barracks. Because that's just every 3 weeks flat. The Picker's Hut works with the... What is this? Magic rune. Gain a random potion when removed. Oh. I can get 100 if I put that there. It's a wonky ass map. Okay. So I can get 60, 80. I think at this point we get the Picker's Hut down. Because I can boost that with a well. Poorly, actually. This is a terrible map, for one. I don't think we care deeply for trees. Okay. So I think I'm going to complete milestones early because we do want the money. Oh, do we? Because we get 4 extra gold, but we get less structures. That's a trade-off. Oh, that's interesting. I can actually buy a woodcutter. Let's get an heirloom, see if we can get something useful. Whenever you use a consumable, always have a base sell price of 10. Uncommon buildings passively have extra malts. I think I'll grab the peculiar tome, but I don't know if it's good. Okay, plumbing. The building affects a limited number of targets. Increase that by 1. Cooldown or give a building half malt. I'm going to go for the plumbing, because that has some really interesting potential. Okay, sparring dummy. Triggers when created, +1 and trigger all training in range. But that only triggers once. So I'm not the most jazzed about. I'll put that there. Yeah, I think we just need base income. Banner. Triggers when removed, give each adjacent building additional malts. I like the idea of it. I just don't know if I like the execution. I'll just grab another apiary. We're kind of just going for lowball here, which is not exactly what I like. Yeah, I like the idea of the banners. I just don't know where to put them. Oh, I guess if I put it there, then I'll be able to remove it. There's the well. That'll make that at least trigger every cycle. We might be able to get 2 wells down. No, they're too big. Yeah, I don't have any removals. I can put that down. Oh, that's a little bit of extra score. Right, I was going to turn off autocomplete. If you would already be placing more than 1 building, place 1 extra. Or 2 large heirloom chests. Let's go for the large heirloom chest and hope one of these is a little bit more useful. Buildings created on sand give it extra malt. That's actually pretty good. Martial buildings adjacent to ocean have extra malt. 4 buildings are created, or common buildings are built in a row. Gain a random... Okay. Buildings created without being adjacent to any other building gain extra malt. Ooh. Pottery is not bad. Harpoon's not bad. The 2 of them together actually have a lot of potential. Now we just need to start putting things adjacent to ocean, I suppose. or we don't, because I don't have a choice. 210 if I put this here? Sure. Yeah, we really need one of the items that lets me farm things. So remove all adjacent non-infrastructure. Well, here's the thing. If I put this... Oh, this is a... Triggers only when created. Yeah, but it's like 200 points. 250. Okay. Town bell. I like the idea of the town bell. But I can't remove anything yet. Oh, we have a random lamppost down here. And yeah, unfortunately I can't put the town bell anywhere else. Could just get another training ring. For like a decent amount of money. Yeah, like I want to get the town bell down. I just don't think I currently have a use for it. We do get additional victory points for beating things early. Okay, Sunflower Field and Apiary have no range placement restrictions, which is good. I have enough. Okay, Trapper's Lodge. Other adjacent buildings are considered animal husbandry. Oh, but that's not that helpful. Because we're not doing husbandry here. I didn't realize these would pull from my own setup. I guess I'll grab those two. That was a lot stinkier than I thought. Yeah, it pulls from everything unlocked, which I don't actually like that much. I don't think we even have any berry bushes left. $120 right there? Yeesh. This is working very poorly. Okay, lamppost. Putting it here would be... Wait, no, this doesn't help me. Put it here. Put it here. I think both of these get me a decent chunk. So I'll put it there. So every 2 weeks... Okay, sparring dummy. Triggers when created. Can't place it down. I mean, I can. Wait, is this training? No. Okay, that gives me some options. So in that case, we actually probably want to put a bunch of training rings kind of in an area. Let's see, 188. Oh, but we would like this to be near a well. Yeah. get as many of those down. I think we're still doing reasonably well here. I do want to destroy that banner, though. Okay, piggy bank. For every 10 earned from buildings or heirlooms, 3 random training buildings. Huh. Millstone is good. Piggy bank is interesting. Millstone is kind of nice for extra points. Grab a small pile of materials and the millstone for now. For next 8 weeks, target building gains whenever trigger gain gold. Well, I mean, that's extremely good. I'll just grab the millstone. Gonna paint that gold. Field hospital. When triggered, give each healing or training in range 0.2 malts. I mean, is really good. We also get, oh, we do get the granary. Granary is really good with a fruit orchard. Oh, interesting. This is not considered a crop. This is. I think I'm going to put it over here. Because that way we can trigger the fruit orchard over and over and over again. And if I get any of those wheat fields, we can get even more. Don't know if I need multiple of those. I should remove that. Yeah, so I can actually get multiple apiaries down freely. Well, if I put this here. I think I'm going to go for the scaffolding. Because we can get another fruit orchard on this one. I want to put a well here. It'll cost me a little bit of flowers, but it's worth it. Okay, another banner. I don't have any good removals. 188. That's 270. I know. I guess I'll just put it there. Oh, I do have a well. Oh. Triggers when created. Oh, it's a one-time thing. Gain gold equal to the sell value of all equipped heirlooms. Plus 10. Well, okay. It's 10 gold. It's not bad. Jewel ring. Oh, I see. Just we sell it. Buy another pack of building materials. See what I can do with it. I'm gonna go for that one. We'll try and go for a common blueprint. Unfortunately, what I'm looking for is uncommon. Wait, are you kidding me? Oh, that sucks. I should not have done that. Yeah, my consumables are full because I've been hoarding them like a fool. Now let's reduce that one's cooldown. Archery range. Every 4 weeks, plus 30 for each animal husbandry or woodworking? Not that good. Can get another apiary. Well, we want to get this well down. Because, yeah, we have no placement restrictions, so I can kind of put them wherever I want. 112 if I put it right there, sure. Harvester. Triggers when another building is created in range. Trigger a random adjacent building. I'll have to put it there, because we want to be able to trigger the granary repeatedly. We have another granary in range. Slightly annoying. Don't have any rerolls of that. Guess I'll just put that down. Because I can do a little bit of the animal husbandry. It's not amazing, but it's not strictly terrible. Railway. Any tile adjacent to a railway is considered adjacent to all connected railways. Only immediate problem is... how do we do this? Because, yeah, I love the railway. I want to work with it. I just don't know how to make it really sing here. I guess frustratingly, it doesn't really have too much of a benefit. I'll do that for now. We might have to tear some things up to make this work. Because at least I can put some things along the railway. Guard tower. Triggers when a building in range is removed. Trigger random adjacent building. The banners. It would let me... do that. Same thing with the sparring dummy. Sadly, I can't build it anywhere else. This would let me trigger the Picker's Hut multiple times. I will admit, though, the Picker's Hut is less useful than I'd like. Because I could sacrifice it. Tear it up and get some other things. It's not a bad idea. It triggers when an adjacent building is removed. I'll put it there. It gets a molt, but I don't think molt affects gold. Okay, so we're not keeping up with the score too well here, but I'm trying to set up some big things. Some big moves. Mostly I'm fumbling through it. We need to unlock a bunch of stuff. Select 2 buildings, transform the second into exact copy of the first. Ooh. Oh, we need to use plumbing. Grab the duplication tonic. And I have a lot of money here, so I can actually do a decent chunk. Another plumbing. I'll buy a remove. Do we want any more? No, I think I'll leave it. Oh, that's beautiful. So whenever a building is in range, okay. Whenever, oh, an adjacent building is removed. Shoot. Yeah, so I almost need a barracks on the other side. Okay, that's actually got some interesting potential with the railway. Yeah, the problem is I need a barracks on the other side. I think I'm just going to preemptively put this down. Right. Transform the second into the exact copy of the first. 1, 2. So now we have 2 guard towers. Well, this would wipe a bunch of things out, but probably not do what I want it to do. Frankly, these are all kind of abysmal. I mean, I guess I could do this. Gets me a potion. Yeah, we can use the lustrous solution again. Effigy pyre. Triggers after 5 weeks, removes itself and triggers each adjacent building. Probably just put it there. Yeah, my problem is I don't want to remove the banner. I need a different banner. Which makes this a little trickier. Okay, so the gardener's cottage is going to work. Fantastic for this one, though I'm going to have to get rid of that forest. ASAP. I can just remove it. I mean, I can also just put things directly on top of it. We're just going to grab another effigy pyre. Because what we want to do is try and set it up so that we can trigger the guard towers to trigger the banners repeatedly. Well, this is one way to do it. Okay, so they're all triggering that. Wait, it didn't trigger the banner? Well, it got me some money, but that was kind of lackluster. How have we not found the freaking wheat fields this entire time? Guess that'll have some extra malt. It's not amazing, but it's better than nothing. Oh. Well, that's never good for me. Put this here. Because I'd like to use this banner. Well, this is farming me a ton of money, but it's not amazing. At least we only have one more milestone. Two more milestones. Okay, so boost the apiaries? I think so. I'm going to use that for some extra money. We'll grab another removal. Grab a reroll. What else do we have? Rare blueprints. Frontier blueprint rare. Every 3 weeks get a reroll. Sure. And yeah, we don't want a small heirloom chest. Yeah, let's just grab the uncommon satchels. Jousting arena for money. We don't need money. Stone lantern's not that helpful. I guess we grab it. Okay. And then do we just get another banner? I think I'm just going to sell it. Grab another barracks. If I view map. Okay, so I can't actually use any of these until I'm done. Probably should have grabbed some more removals. Okay, reduces the cooldown of adjacent buildings. A little bit. Oh. Fortunately, I don't have much for trees. I guess I can put it here. Yeah, I'll just put it there. Get a lamppost. Well, I guess we just remove that. And then get a lamppost there. I was really hoping I'd be able to use the guard towers to trigger the flags. To just crank this thing's malt to the, like, straight to the sky. Sadly, not a thing, apparently. Wheat fields. That took you long enough. Okay, so unfortunately the harvester was not triggering the granary for whatever reason. Yeah, I really wish I had the Matryoshka doll. Alas. Okay, so we're going to just remove that. Build another granary. Well, there's the railway. Unfortunately, I'm not convinced that I was able to use the railway particularly effectively here. I think I'm going to keep putting that down. Would have been nice to get the railway in, but I think I'm going to have to leave that for a different day. Let's see. Effigy Pyre. I could re-roll a bunch of times. See if we can get something better. Yeah, for whatever reason, the harvester does not seem to ever trigger the granary. Kind of a downer, actually. Okay, that gives me a bunch of rerolls. Get another one of these down. Are you... Well... We're fine. Okay, we have another town bell. Yeah, I think next time I mix Frontier. Because the guard tower would be a natural synergy with a forester. There's actually a lot of things that would have been a natural synergy with the forester. I was really hoping we'd be able to get a bunch of wheat fields and the post office. But alas, we didn't. Okay, so what do we have? Green paint, Martial Tome. I'm going to sell this, because we're just not going to be using it. I think I'm going to sell them pottery as well. Let's grab the Martial Tome. Uncommon blueprint. Let's see if we get anything interesting. There's a specific... healing or training. When triggered, give each healing or training in range. Okay, that's actually extremely good. I should have gotten that down a long time ago. Oh well. Oh, I hit that twice. Nesting dolls. Is really good, actually. Okay, do we get another banner? I think we just get another banner. Okay, I'll put it there. I'm going to remove this one. Yeah, so it was the field hospital that is kind of our big multiplier gain. Oh, this is up to 6.2. That's kind of good. I don't know what molt would do for that. I don't think it does, which is the downer. Triggers when created. Yeah, let's just go for that. So that triggers all sparring nearby, or training nearby. And then I can remove it. Unless the sparring dummy is triggered by... Okay, maybe we leave it. Well, do we want to get an effigy pyre? I don't think we have a whole lot of turns left to use it. So we could Matryoshka that. But it doesn't count as a removal. We would trigger all training in range again. Yeah, I think we've got this. No problem. Another effigy pyre? They're a self-correcting problem. And yeah, I can just get a goof ton of them down. Yeah, I'd like to do a build at some point that really leans into railroads. But I unfortunately will have to find them. And they're rare, which, I mean, it makes sense. They're extremely overpowered. Yeah. There's kind of our infinite cycle here. Because, yeah, they were these two were triggering the training dummies repeatedly. Those watchtowers are nuts. I think we got it. Hey! I was a little worried. Not that worried. But yeah, definitely going to do Frontier in the future. One where I have, I'm automatically destroying a structure every turn. Because trees apparently count as structures. But I also need to unlock stuff. So Flaming Brand, whenever effigy pyre is removed, create another effigy pyre on a random tile adjacent to it. That's nuts. Every 3 weeks, rotates to face a random direction, triggers the tile it's facing. Also extremely good. Walls are considered martial and can be placed on sand. I mean, kind of decent. Whenever a crop transforms, gives give husbandry adjacent to it +1 malt or 0.1 malt. And when a building in range is removed, give each farm in range 0.1 malt. Automatically removes adjacent manure. I mean, it's pretty good. Okay. And now we have city council votes that unlock passive abilities. So we have the druid, the cultivator, and the warrior. And unfortunately, you have to play this game a number of times to actually unlock all the cool stuff. But that's fine. Now we have commercial. So earn money using stall, trader, entertainment, and luxury. So I'll have to play around with them. I think I did a commercial aquatic run. It's like during the demo a while ago and had a very good time with it. But I had a very good time with this. So I might as well mention at this point that Combolands is available now on Steam. It is an absolutely fantastic little, I guess, number get bigger roguelike, though very much it feels like its own thing. I called it a Balatro-like, and it technically is one, but really you're just trying to keep ahead of whatever the milestone is. And for me, that feels great. I enjoy it thoroughly and want to play more. But for now, at least, I guess I should also say, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.